And a warm welcome to you, my friends. It is Friday the 28th, sometime around lunchtime. Have we all recovered? Yes, are we? Rachel, has she robbed any of your money in your pocket? Has she found your money in your pocket? That's the question. Because come what may, she'll find it next year. Oh yes, she will. Anyway, glad we've all survived that. It has paid to be on my back horizontal for a couple of days because it's okay. It's not 100%, but it's enough for me to crack on with Boat Extras clip number 17. It is. And I think my first job of the day is to do what I wanted to do, and that is chamfer those edges. So there we go. We're here. The opener has been done, and I'll crack on with some work, and I will check in on you and show you my progress. So go and have yourself a cup of tea. See you in a minute. Okay, small update. So that's the angle I wanted. Can you see? So I've got an angle on that side and an angle on that side. So when it fits in there where the boat curves round at the front, that just slots in nicely. So we get this then meets the bulkhead of the boat, and we can get a good purchase and we can stick that on. I've taken this up and had a look, and the colour's still miles out, so we need to give that another going over. So that's, I think, what I'm going to do next. And once I've done that, we need to take the planer aboard, and we need to do some minor adjustments to do those two dividers, because now that we've put those two things that were restored in the last episode on, they don't quite fit. So I just need to do a bit of planing just to get them to snugly fit, and then that's that done, and then we can move on to the next job. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome aboard. So what I needed to trim is it's amazing how there's a knock-on effect. So obviously we've put these on here, so having that on there has a consequence, because this then shunts this forward, which means that it interferes with obviously the divider. So I decided to trim the edge of this off because I wanted that to be behind that rather than being in front of it, because we've still got to address a little bit of this here, which is unfortunate because what I should have done is probably extended that so it hit that, and then it would have been all right. But it as it happens, you know, I can put a divider. Whoa, God, the other one nearly went there. I can put something like that down it, like so. So that's not a problem there. And same of course with this side here. I've had to trim it, so then this allows this to be flush here, like so. So all in all, I think I'm happy with that. These can't be fitted properly yet because we've still got that window to go in. So that's that. So all I need to do is screw that into place now, and then those two are complete. I've stained that again. You won't be able to see it. It's right up near the door over there. So that's we're waiting for that to go off, and then that can be stuck to the back of there because there's a pipe going in front of it, so that'll be fine. So we've now got to find another job to do, and I think probably we're at the stage now where we can seal all this oak off by giving it a Danish oil coat, which has a sort of, as we know, semi-sheen. It's like a satin finish, like that there. whereas that's completely matte. That's got a satin finish. So that, I think, is what the next stage is really, is to completely cover all that up. And then after we've done that, well, we're on to the exciting bits really. We're on to this bit here. We need to figure out putting the drawer units, because don't forget we've still no storage whatsoever on this boat. There unfortunately would have been ideal for storage, but they are ballast, so they can't be used. So we've got to try and create some form of drawers and stuff for something, and I think it's going to have to be at this side, because we're going to try that bench seating. We're going to have some cupboards underneath, I think, and then then we've got this side, which has to turn into a bed at some point as well. So yes, whether that'll take place on these next episodes I don't know, but I think I'm going to concentrate first on coating these up, which is a real boring job for you to watch. So I think that's what I'll do, is I'll start at the back and work my way forward so it's all coated, and then you'll see what I've done, and we'll just go with the flow, eh? Yeah, I think that's the case. Right, okay, I'll crack on and I will see you shortly. Right, little update I've done for this evening. It's looking rather nice, if I may say, and it's looking lustful, if that's the right word. There you go. So you can tell so far I've gone from there all the way around to there, and not that, and not that, because we're going to be doing some work around here with a bit of luck. But those two have been done. The lower section has been done. So it's just starting to take shape now. I'm really chuffed. I wonder if I can get some more light on the job. Oh, there's a bit of a drippage going on over there. We can't have that. Excuse me a second while I just sort the drippage out. Not that it should be an issue, because it's had two coats. Oh God, now I'm full of... Can I use my left hand? Yes, I can, of course I can. There you go. It's all nice and uniformed. Oh, there's that little bit in the middle. There, that's had a double dose, so it looks a little bit on the dark side, but you can see. So that's nicely sealed. Now all that oil, even though it looks patchy, should sink in. Those are looking nice. It's down to you, that. Quite like the feature, to be honest, so well done you. It has that as a look of that really, doesn't it? Those three tones. So they're good. So I'll clean myself up now that I've got myself all oiled up, and well, we'll leave it for that. We'll leave it like that for now. I'll leave the GoPro here because back's been brilliant. Touch wood, there's plenty of it. And I will see you here tomorrow. Have a good evening. And welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, oh, welcome back. It's a cold one today. It is indeed. And I'm on the boat. And if there was smell-o-vision, it smells of... I really like this smell. It's like tongue oil and a woody smell, and it's quite pungent in here. It smells great. If you don't like that sort of thing, you have got a problem, because you wouldn't want to be on this boat. But I can tell you, it's looking lovely. It's looking very lush. But I have noticed it's still tacky, so you can tell that there is quite a bit of damp atmosphere and it's not dry. So that's sort of kibosh what I wanted to do, actually, and that was to give it another coat. But I've got to say, in all fairness, it's looking very nice. It's looking lush and it's looking even. That's not so hot, it's looking right patchy. But I felt where you can see all that patchiness there, that's wet still. So it's quite damp, probably not the best. I could do with a heater in here, but well, I haven't got a heater, so I haven't got a heater. But, you know, it's looking okay. It's looking okay. This is looking, I'm quite taken with these now. As you can see, I chamfered off. I don't know whether I showed you. I chamfered off that, so that now fits snugly there. That, once it's up against it, will snug. Did I miss that? Don't know whether I did. Don't think I did. Anyway, doesn't matter. Talking to myself. There's nobody else to talk to. Right. So, oh yeah, let's have a look, see if that's stuck. Over there. Is that stuck over here? Yeah, that's definitely stuck. That's cool. I suppose I could try and find that pipe now. Maybe that's what I could do. Sort of flummoxed me that, really, because I wanted to give this another coat. What else could I do? I know what I could do. I could bring the, I could tidy all this mess up and I could start bringing in, which side are we going to do first? That's the question. I think, because I don't know, I was thinking last night, I need storage. Definitely need storage, and also I need to see if I can put the original, some of the original furniture back in to keep its originality on one side, which will be the dining side. But I know that the table somehow drops down and makes a bed. So I might not have to make a bed because it originally was a bed and a dining room set too. So do you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clear up and I'm going to start bringing some of the boxes up. But I can't do that until all this is shifted, because we're going to get in a mess and a clutter. It's going to be a clutter of a mess, isn't it? Yes. Right. Well, I'm going to get my cleaning head on and I'm going to do that. So stay tuned and, well, I'll see you in a minute. Right, okay, a little bit of tidying up has taken place. Everything is hoovered. Those are now screwed into place, can be unscrewed, of course, because they're, although they are nice and tight at the bottom, you know, there's still movement at the top because there's nothing, there's no struts that need reinforcing those, so then they don't move at all, just in case somebody knocks into it. Last thing we want is those falling over. So now we've obviously got the hatch there for the cartridge for the toilet to come out. So I think now that this is tidy, I can now see what requires doing, and I need now to do this. I need to finish that off, and I need to put some beading on there, and I need to put a trim on there, and let's get that finished first before we go any further. So that, my friends, is exactly what I'm going to do. So there we are. I'll see you soon once I've done it. Okay, just a quick update. So we've got those now in place. They just need to be masked up and sorted. I've also got something for you to have a peruse at, and please let me know on these two. That is a pristine original Nauticus table, as is that one, but for some reason somebody has I think they've replied it, or it might have been at the time that's what they did one in a Formica top and one in a matching oak top. So I don't know which one to choose, because we're only going to be using one. So there you are, you've got something there to consider. Which one should I use? One has got that mechanism on it, which I can transfer, obviously. I mean, they need work. This doesn't need as much work, and it's actually immaculate as that. But obviously it's missing one of those on that side. So it's a case of, which one do I use? Do I use that one? Or do I use that one? That's a decision I would like you to make, if that's possible. Thank you for just the two this week that took the time to let me know whether to I've forgotten what it was now that I asked them about. What was it? God, I don't even know. I've forgotten. My mind's gone blank. I can't remember. I don't know. What was it? What the heck was it? I don't know. It's gone. Well, anyway, I got 2 responses from it. But anyways, this one here, I need more than 2 responses if it's possible, because it's going to be visually seen most of the time. So do I go with that one, or do I go with that one? That's the question. I've also brought these out, so you know when you start bringing out accessories and things that you're getting to the point where things are getting to the end, which is quite exciting actually. All I've done is given them a hoover. They need a minor adjustment, as you can see, because everything's is new. You've got new ply on that side. They obviously need tweaking a bit, so I'm inclined to use them again because they are original to the boat. I could probably stain them and make them look better than they are. I know they're underneath, but we could get everything looking nice. Maybe they could be treated. But I'm thinking I'll well, I'm not definite. I'm thinking that I should use them rather than make some new ones. So what do you think? Should I also use those as well? Oh, there's one more thing I'd like to show you as well, which I've done while you've been waiting for this next little clip. I'm going to put you here. This is something I've wanted to do for quite a long time. I'll put you there. I'm sure that shows. Oh, actually, no. No. I'll put you on here. There we go. And I shall turn you off. There we go. Excited. I'll perch myself here. I've got some little mood lights in here. What do you think? Obviously it doesn't have to be blue, it can be any other colour that you want. But I'm quite fond of blue, and I think that would look, well, it looks nice. It doesn't have to be this bright either. It can be dimmed, of course. But yes, That's why I wanted to put this trim slightly higher up, A, to stop stuff from coming off, but also to attach something, and that is these lights. So there you have it. I think that looks rather nice. Some people might not like it, but I definitely do. And they're basically attached to just the edge of here. So all this is free, and I didn't want to see the actual lights either. I just wanted the light itself. Where's my dim? I could dim it. See what it looks like dimmed. I've managed to program this one control. So that's its weakest. And yeah, there we go. What's it look like on light? Let's have a look on white. Oh, look, right. That's better. Yeah, I think that looks lovely. So I'm very pleased about that. So there you have it. We're getting to the end of, well, the front section. I know we've got that window, but that's going to be the last one that goes in. That's the pigeonhole that we can bring in, throw things in and out while we're still doing here. But this is what we've got to concentrate on now, really, is I'm going to bring the boxes in. What time is it now? It's 5:30. I'm going to bring the boxes in and then get them cleaned up, and then decide the configuration, really. So I know I've talked about it and I know I'm waffling on now, but you know, while I waffle, it gives me a chance to think about it at the same time. Anyway, that's enough for today. I'm going to call it a day, and I will see you in the morning. See you later. Oh, that's the fine. Just show you. Whoop. I'll just show you that while I'm at it. Beautiful. And a good morning to you. Welcome aboard. And I'm itching now to do this. Just last night I just thought I'd mask it up. As you can see, I thought that's probably the first job that we need to do. We need to get these matching up, and then we need to give it its first top coat, and then we can do it all second coat in the oil. So that's my first job, I think. Yes, I still love that. It's looking good. Right, I'll crack on, get that done, and then we'll move on to, well, we need to get the boxes on board. So we've got the table, or tables, but we need really to get the boxes as well, and then decide where they're going to go, and just generally have a mess around with them and see what we're going to do. So I'll get that done and I'll see you shortly. And a warm welcome, that's an understatement, but it's a warm welcome. Of course it's a warm welcome to my friends on the internet. Lovely to see you back again. Anyway, I could not sleep last night at all. It's been one of those days, and if during the day some more bags appear below my eyes, it's because I couldn't sleep. Stupidly, I decided I'd have a look at boat interiors to get some ideas. Well, you know what it's like. You're lying in bed with your iPad and you think, Gets to 12 o'clock, then it gets to 1 o'clock, then it gets to 2 o'clock, and then you're thinking, bloody hell, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you idiot. It's going to be light soon. Then it gets to 3 o'clock, and before you know where you are, you're at 4 o'clock and you're thinking, do I need to bother? Anyway, needless to say, very little sleep. So, well, I think today it is time to get some boxes up. And here we are. Got some boxes here. And I think those really should jump aboard, and we can start assessing where they should go, whether they're going to look right, and I'd even go as to say that we may have to bring some cushions out as well. Because I think we need to establish whether we need to make I'm pretty convinced now that I'm going to have to make, if there's room, some drawer units. I'm fairly convinced that that's going to be the case, because I don't like those. They would have been great in the position behind that divider, but they're not there now. That's it, they've gone. So unless I move them, oh, I don't know, maybe I could move it. Do you know what? Those dividers are only screwed, aren't they? Screwed onto that side piece. Maybe I've just asked. I think it'd be silly not for me to try. Oh, right, okay. Anyway, I know I go off at a tangent, but it's what you do when you're doing a boat. Sometimes it's things like that you have to thrash out as and when you do it. But I think we should get these boxes up there anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get them up there, and we'll have another chat. So grab yourself a cup of tea, or anything else that grabs your fancy, and I'll see you aboard. And a warm welcome. Warm. Huh, that's an understatement. But it's a warm welcome. Of course, it's a warm welcome to my friends on the internet. Lovely to see you back again. Anyway, I could not sleep last night at all. It's been one of those days. And if during the day some more bags appear below my eyes, it's because I couldn't sleep. Stupidly, I decided I'd have a look at boat interiors to get some ideas. Well, you know what it's like. You're lying in bed with your iPad and you think, gets to 12 o'clock, then it gets to 1 o'clock, then it gets to 2 o'clock, and then you're thinking, bloody hell, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you idiot. It's going to be light soon. Then it gets to 3 o'clock, and before you know where you are, you're at 4 o'clock and you're thinking, do I need to bother? Anyway, needless to say, very little sleep. So, well, I think today it is time to get some boxes up. And here we are. Got some boxes here. And I think those really should jump aboard, and we can start assessing where they should go, whether they're going to look right, and I'd even go as to say that we may have to bring some cushions out as well. Because I think we need to establish whether we need to make I'm pretty convinced now that I'm going to have to make, if there's room, some drawer units. I'm fairly convinced that that's going to be the case, because I don't like those. They would have been great in the position behind that divider, but they're not there now. That's it, they've gone. So unless I move them, oh, I don't know. Maybe I could move it. Do you know what? Those dividers are only screwed, aren't they? Screwed onto that side piece. Maybe I've just asked. I think it'd be silly not for me to try. Oh, right, okay. Anyway, I know I go off at a tangent, but it's what you do when you're doing a boat. Sometimes it's things like that you have to thrash out as and when you do it. But I think we should get these boxes up there anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get them up there, and we'll have another chat. So grab yourself a cup of tea, or anything else that grabs your fancy, and I'll see you aboard. Right, what do you think? What do you think about that then? I still think that is quite high to sit on, being a shorty myself. Looks great with the lights on though, doesn't it? Yeah, so see, although I don't have to lift myself onto it, it's like I'm on tiptoes if I just sat like that. But I could put my feet, on there like that. Whether I could last like that all night, I don't know. But of course you got those over there. Just swiveling it around. Oh, I'll just show you this side. Shorten this stick a bit. You can see what I mean about that. Really has to be about there because of underneath getting to that little hatch. I mean, if it push comes to shove, I could make the hatch there, but do I want to start drilling and creating a new one? I don't know. I suppose you could then put a draw unit there. I mean, that's just basically a face, isn't it? There's a gap there. Now the gap for there I'm not overly bothered about, because obviously I could create something. In fact, let me just check something. I'm wondering if I've got the space where that hatch is, just to move it across to the edge of that sofa. Oh, also I wanted to tell you that even though that is not attached in any way, it is so heavy that I don't think I need to attach it. So for example, if we needed to get to that, I'm just thinking, well, maybe, does it need to be? I mean, there's no way that's moving unless you physically want to move it. So does it have to be attached? So can you physically take that up? I mean, you could physically take that off there and switch it over to there if you wanted, I suppose, thinking about it. Anyway, let me just check something. It's not the politest of things. Oh yeah, it's right on the, if anything it needs to come, if anything it needs to come this way a bit. That's probably its best position. Yeah. But then maybe I could put the drawer unit. Maybe I could put the drawer unit, that drawer unit, put that drawer unit there. Because if it's as quick as I'm thinking it to move it to get to there, I mean, it was a seconds job, wasn't it? That, my friends, might be a good idea. Is to move the drawer unit, so then we've got both drawer units on this side. It's just a shame if that's there. I don't think I could have got 3 units in there. No, I don't think I could. I haven't measured it, but using my guessometer, which seems to be fairly accurate. I actually think, I mean, we also, purely for safety reasons, do you think we should have a divider? Do you think we should have something like, actually, do you think we should have something like that over there, but a shorter one in oak to protect? I mean, you're cooking right there, aren't you? Maybe something needs to go like that, maybe, and then move this, just move that drawer unit slightly that way. That's a possibility. I have thought of an idea for this side. This gap here, on cue there a minute, is that could actually live in there, like so. That would be alright, wouldn't it? Obviously it's going to have its mechanism on it, so I'm going to have to allow a bit. Well, yeah, it seems to be just... It's a jigsaw, isn't it? It's a jigsaw. But I think this is as close to having it, having this boat nearly done as I've ever had it in 10 years. Lights look great. Right, that's food for thought then, my friends. That just fits so perfectly there, doesn't it? Even the shape of that in relation to that. Yeah, maybe it was meant to be then. Maybe it was meant to be. Well, do you know what? This is going to go on before anything gets done with these items here. Let's have some input. And I'm serious, let's have some input. If you would let me know what your thoughts are, if you've got any great ideas, please, I'm desperate to know, because I can't keep waiting for people to just, you know, in the next one, if you've got a good idea, just communicate with me and let me know if there's anything there that sticks out and you go, well, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that, or whatever. Or you found another solution to some of these problems. It would be nice. So you've got quite a few things to think about, and if you would let me know, I would be grateful. So I will, well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do now. Maybe I should clean these boxes up now, because I think I'm going to definitely be using them. Definitely going to be using this drawer unit. Definitely going to be using that drawer unit. That I'm going to be using. And I'm going to be using that. So, well, I think these are the next things to be refurbed. The drawer faces, by the way. Oh, where's the drawer faces? They're in pretty good condition, and I don't need to ask you the question of whether they should be faced in oak or restored. I think they should just be I think it should be sanded and new handles put on and treated. So that's what I'm going to do with those, because they're in very good condition. So that's okay, but the carcasses, I think they need to be cleaned, and we'll throw some well, do I throw some stain on? What did I do with it? No, I did clear on these. I'll clear that, because this is a top. This has obviously been faced with something, as is the that one. Oh, although this is pretty, got to say, this is pretty ugly. I've probably got that wrong way round, actually. Have I got that the wrong way around? I don't know. Maybe that one was meant to go there. I don't know. Anyway, I'm waffling on, and I'm sorry about that. But there's so many things going on along in my head, which is the best policy and what to do. That's the reason why I'm waffling. Right, enough said. I'll carry on and do some more work. Thank you. And hello again. Just a quick update. So what I think I'm doing is I've given this a good sand. I haven't done the lid yet. I just wanted to show you a comparison of this has been sanded, and it's quite an even looking thing. Now that obviously is going to be on show, that's going to be on show, and sort of that is going to be on show. The back isn't going to be on show, and of course the other side is the side of the boat. So I'm going to use the Danish oil with no stain in it at all, just to have a look to see what the overall effect is. And if we have to face these sides, then so be it. I'm definitely not going to face the top, because I think that'll look really good, because obviously I've had first hand with those rails that you made me restore. They looked really good with the just being done in clear, and this is, I think, the similar sort of wood. So I'm going to just finish off sanding that top, and then I'm going to go with the oil just to have a look to see whether that is going to be the right way to go. All coming together, isn't it? It is. Right, I'll crack on and you'll see the finished article. Right, let's see what the colour's like. Yeah, it's definitely like the other, isn't it? It's a lovely colour, actually. Very nice. That should really be on a perch. You know what? I think that's going to look rather nice. Let's have a look, let's see what this box looks like. You don't look safe up there. I definitely don't want to touch the camera with oily fingers. Right, I'll just give this a coat and then I'll carry on with the rest. You don't need to see me do it all, do you? That's the beauty about a sponge, you can just get in. It's literally like cleaning dishes, isn't it? You know you're going to get it completely covered in all the nooks and crannies. Let's go back up there. Cheaper than a brush as well. Especially if you go to those pound shops and things. Places like that. Yeah. That's looking pretty lush, if I may say so. What do they look like with that in? Oh yes. Right, well, if the sides go as well as that, I will be happy. So, I shall do the sides. But of course you don't need to see it until it's done. Hiya. He's up there. Yada yada yada. It goes on and on and on. Just like. Yeah, and subscribe as well. Like, it's one of these down there on that corner. Perfect. Thanks very much. Right, done. It's a bit dark, got to say. I mean, when you run the light over it, it does look very lush. But looking at them from a distance, they look very dark, don't they? Even that does over there. Anyway, it's a trial. We've done one at least. That's the main thing. I think before this video runs away with itself, I think I will put this on. It'll probably go out on a Monday. Yes, it'll probably go out Monday, and I would dearly like to know, as I keep harping on, it's so important for me. If you don't tell me what you think, well, there's no point me interacting and asking you for your opinions, because nobody's going to reply. And I would like to know, especially the ones that have got a Nauticus. There's some questions that need to be answered. Yes, there is a Facebook club, but for some reason there are a few that follow the channel, but it's amazing when I go on and just have a quick look and people are asking questions about, say, the ceiling, or I've noticed and various things like that, that they have not come across the channel. So it's obviously they don't watch YouTube. So anyway, there we go. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.